My child, give me 60 seconds. Not your whole day, not every answer, not the strength to solve everything that has been pressing on your chest. Just this breath, this pause, this small holy space. Stop right here. Do not rush past this. Do not scroll away. Do not keep trying to fix everything while your spirit is still trembling. Let your hands become still for a moment. Let your mind stop running ahead. Let your heart hear me before fear speaks again. I am stepping into your thoughts right now. I am stepping into your room, into your atmosphere, into the hidden anxiety you have been carrying so quietly. This moment is not random. It is not accidental. It is not just another message passing across your screen. Heaven reserved this minute for your heart because I knew you would be tired here. I knew the noise would be loud here. I knew your mind would be reaching for answers while your soul was begging for rest. And I came close, not to accuse you, not to burden you, not to demand more from you, but to bring peace back to the place where worry has been sitting too long. My child, you do not have to chase peace today as though it is far away from you. You do not have to earn it by having everything figured out. You do not have to wait until the problem disappears, until the call comes, until the door opens, until every question has an answer. Peace is already moving toward you. Peace is entering this moment as you listen. Peace is beginning to settle where panic has been circling. I am quieting what has been louder than my voice. I am slowing what has been racing inside you. I am touching the place in you that has forgotten what it feels like to breathe without fear. So stay with me for these 60 seconds. Let this be the minute where your heart stops fighting alone. Let this be the minute where your thoughts stop dragging you in every direction. Let this be the minute where you remember that I am near, I am present, and I am not late. And if this pause is already calming your heart, like this video as a small sign of agreement, subscribe for more prayerful messages that bring your soul back into stillness. And write in the comments, God, restore my peace in this minute. Do not write it as empty words. Write it as faith. Write it as surrender. Write it as your heart opening the door and saying, Father, I am here. I am listening. I am ready to be still. My child, I know what has been happening beneath the surface. You have not only been busy, you have been soul tired. You have been emotionally stretched in places no one can see. You have been mentally crowded, carrying one thought on top of another thought, one concern pressed against another concern, until even quiet moments stopped feeling quiet. Your body has been moving through the day, but your spirit has been thirsty. Your hands have been handling responsibilities, but your heart has been asking, how much longer can I keep doing this without breaking? I know, I saw it. I saw the way your mind kept checking, calculating, preparing, replaying, wondering. I saw how you tried to rest, but your thoughts would not sit down. I saw how you smiled at people while your inner world felt cluttered and heavy. I saw how you kept telling yourself to be strong, to be patient, to be grateful, to keep going, while something inside you whispered that you were exhausted in a way sleep alone could not fix. You did not drift into unrest all at once. It happened slowly, one anxious thought at a time, one sleepless night at a time, one skipped prayer at a time, one moment where you wanted to talk to me, but you were too drained to form the words, one day where your heart needed stillness, but life demanded motion, one burden you picked up because no one else seemed to notice it, one fear you carried because you thought preparing for pain would make it hurt less when it came, and little by little, peace was drained from places where my presence was still waiting. Listen to me carefully. You have not lost me. You have not wandered so far that I cannot reach you. You have not failed because you feel overwhelmed. This exhaustion is not rebellion. It is not proof that you do not trust me. Much of what you have called weakness has really been survival. Much of what you have called distance has really been self-protection. You were trying to keep functioning while carrying burdens longer than your heart was meant to carry them. You were trying to stay available to everyone while becoming unavailable to your own soul. You were trying to keep watch over every outcome, every possibility, every shift in someone's tone, every silence, every delay, every unfinished question. And the noise disguised itself as responsibility. It told you that constant checking meant wisdom. It told you that overthinking meant preparation. It told you that replaying conversations would protect you from rejection. It told you that imagining loss would make you stronger. It told you that if you could predict every pain before it arrived, you would finally feel safe. But, my child, fear is a poor protector. Anxiety is a loud counselor. Panic will make you rehearse battles I never asked you to fight, and worry will convince you that you are being careful when you are really being consumed. That is why I am stopping you here, not to condemn you, not to shame you for the thoughts that have been racing through your mind, not to accuse you because prayer has felt harder, because silence has felt uncomfortable, because peace has felt distant. I am stopping you before the noise convinces you that this is your normal. I am stopping you before unrest teaches your heart to expect chaos more than comfort. I am stopping you before fear persuades you that peace is no longer possible for someone who has carried so much for so long. You are not empty because I left. You are weary because too much noise has been sitting where my voice was meant to rest. You are not abandoned. You are buried beneath alarms, questions, memories, pressures, and imagined endings. And now I am moving gently through that crowded place. I am quieting the thoughts that rose up against your rest. I am lifting the heaviness that made you feel far from me. I am calling your soul back from the noise, back from the panic, back from the edge of exhaustion, back into the stillness where you can hear me say again, I am here, I never left, peace is still possible, and I am bringing it back to you now. My child, I saw every battle you hid behind your smile. I saw the moments when your face looked calm, but inside you were trying not to fall apart. I saw you answer people gently while your own heart was aching. I saw you laugh when you were not okay. I saw you say, I'm fine, because you did not have the strength to explain the storm, and because part of you wondered if anyone would truly understand, even if you tried. I saw the quiet tears. I saw the ones you wiped quickly before anyone entered the room. I saw the tears you held back in public until your throat hurt. I saw the pillow turned wet at night when you finally had no more energy to pretend. I saw you lie there staring into the darkness, asking questions you were afraid to say out loud. I saw you turn your face away from the world and let your heart speak in tears because words felt too heavy. I saw the shower where you cried without sentences, without structure, without knowing what prayer was supposed to sound like in that much pain. And my child, I understood every tear, even when you could not explain a single one. Do not be embarrassed by what broke you in private. Heaven was not ashamed of you. I was not disappointed in you. I did not turn away because your faith trembled. I did not step back because your emotions spilled over. Every tear you thought was weakness became evidence that your heart was still alive, still reaching, still wanting me, still believing somewhere beneath the fear that I could hold what you could not carry. None of those tears were wasted. None of them disappeared into nothing. None of them were ignored. Every one of them reached me. Every one of them mattered. Every one of them carried the sound of a heart that had been wounded, but had not stopped longing for home. I saw the fear you never explained. I saw the disappointment you swallowed because you did not want to seem ungrateful. I saw the moments when hope felt dangerous because you had hoped before and been hurt. I saw the prayers you whispered when you had no strength left, the prayers that were only a breath, only my name, only a quiet, please help me. I heard them. I heard the prayers you did not dress up. I heard the prayers that came through exhaustion. I heard the prayers that did not sound confident, but sounded honest. And honest prayers have always been precious to me. People may have misunderstood your silence. They may have thought you were distant when you were overwhelmed. They may have judged your tiredness when they did not know how long you had been fighting unseen battles. They may have called you changed without asking what hurt you. They may have expected the old version of you while never noticing what that version had survived. But I knew. I knew the wound beneath the withdrawal. I knew the heaviness beneath the quiet. I knew the grief beneath the irritability. I knew the fear beneath the control. I knew the tenderness beneath the guard you built around your heart. That is why you can trust me with your peace. I am not coming as a stranger to your pain. I am not speaking from far away. I was there in the places where your peace was broken. I was there when disappointment entered. I was there when betrayal changed the way you listened. I was there when loss made you afraid to expect good things. I was there when anxiety began stealing your sleep, your ease, your joy, your ability to be present. I saw where it started. I saw where it spread. I saw what it cost you. And because I saw it all, I know exactly where to begin restoring you. So let yourself be held now. Stop believing you were unseen just because people missed the signs. Stop believing your pain was too hidden for me to reach. The same God who witnessed every silent battle is touching the places those battles wounded. The same God who caught your tears is now calming the heart that cried them. The same God who stayed near when you felt alone is restoring the peace that pain tried to steal. My child, I saw you then. I am holding you now, and I am bringing peace back into every hidden place where fear thought it had the final word. My child, peace is not as far away as fear has told you. Peace is not standing at the end of every solved problem, waiting until every bill is paid, every relationship is healed, every door is open, every answer is clear, every outcome is safe. Peace is not something you receive only when nothing is shaking around you. Peace is my presence entering the shaking before the answer is visible. Peace is me stepping into the room while questions are still unanswered. Peace is me sitting with you in the middle of what still feels unfinished and saying, "You are not alone here. I am already working here. You can breathe here." Do not let anxiety convince you that calm must wait until life becomes perfect. If that were true, your heart would always be held hostage by circumstances. But I did not design your peace to be controlled by the storm. I did not place your rest in the hands of people, delays, reports, conversations, or timelines. The peace I give is not a fragile mood that disappears the moment something goes wrong. It is a living gift. It can enter a crowded mind. It can enter a tense home. It can enter a tired body. It can enter a heart that has forgotten how to rest. It can come softly, but it comes with authority. It does not need permission from your problems to settle over your soul. So breathe with me now, slowly. Do not rush even this. Inhale as if you are letting me make space inside your chest again. Exhale as if the pressure does not have to stay where it has been sitting. Let go of the thought that says you must figure everything out before you are allowed to feel safe. Release the weight in your shoulders. Release the tightness in your jaw. Release the hidden fear that has been making your body live as though danger is always close. My child, your thoughts have been exaggerating shadows. Your thoughts have been turning possibilities into certainties, delays into disasters, silence into rejection, waiting into abandonment. But I am quieting what panic has been enlarging. I am shrinking fear back down beneath my truth. Listen to me. I am not sending peace to someone else and passing you by. I am not restoring another heart while forgetting yours. I am not walking past the place where you have been unraveling. I am coming there, right there, into the room where you have cried, into the car where you sat in silence, into the bed where your thoughts would not stop, into the kitchen, the hallway, the office, the corner of your day where you have been holding yourself together with more effort than anyone knows. I am restoring your peace right now, in the place where you have been unraveling, not later, not only when you feel stronger, not only when you understand everything, now. This small pause is not small to me. These 60 seconds are becoming a doorway. Through this stillness, I am teaching your heart how to receive again. Through this breath, I am making room for deeper calm. Through this moment of surrender, I am clearing the fog so discernment can return. You will not always feel as scattered as you have felt. You will not always live braced for bad news. You will not always mistake peace for danger just because your soul has become used to surviving. I am restoring your ability to trust me one breath at a time. Stay here a little longer. Let peace return to this room. Let it return to your thoughts. Let it return to your nervous system, your memories, your expectations, your future. Let my presence become louder than the fear that has been speaking over you. My child, I am near. I am moving. I am calming you from the inside. And what I am restoring in this minute will not end with this minute. It will begin here, and it will grow. My child, now release the thoughts that keep dragging you back to panic. Release the question that keeps circling in your mind, what if this fails? Release the fear that whispers, what if they leave? Release the heaviness that says, what if the answer never comes? Release the exhaustion of wondering, what if nothing changes? What if I wait and still end up disappointed? What if I trust and still get hurt? I know these thoughts have been visiting you again and again. I know how they come quietly at first. Then suddenly they become loud enough to steal your breath, disturb your sleep, tighten your chest, and pull your heart out of the peace I am restoring. Listen to me gently. I am not shaming you for thinking ahead. I am not condemning you for planning, preparing, or wanting to make wise choices. I created you with a mind that can consider, discern, and steward what has been placed in your hands. But fear has been trying to disguise itself as wisdom. Panic has been pretending to protect you. Overthinking has been telling you that if you rehearse every disaster, you will somehow be safer. But, my child, imagining every possible pain does not prevent pain. Carrying tomorrow's trouble today does not give you more control. It only drains the strength I gave you for this moment. You have been partnering with panic without realizing it. You have been letting anxious thoughts sit at the table of your heart as if they had authority to advise you. You have been listening to fear describe your future as though fear knows more than I do. But fear is not your shepherd. Panic is not your protector. Anxiety is not the voice that gets to name what is coming next. I am your father. I am your keeper. I am the one who sees what you cannot see, holds what you cannot hold, and carries what was never meant to crush your soul. So give it to me now. Give me the racing thoughts. Give me the imagined disasters. Give me the conversations you keep replaying. Give me the memories that still sting when your mind returns to them. Give me the pressure to solve what only heaven can carry. Give me the person you cannot change. Give me the outcome you cannot force. Give me the door you cannot open, the answer you cannot manufacture, the future you cannot control, the burden you have been holding so tightly, because you were afraid that if you let go, everything would fall apart. Surrender is not defeat. Hear me clearly. Surrender is not you losing. Surrender is not you giving up on hope. Surrender is the moment your soul stops wrestling alone. Surrender is the moment you place the weight into my hands and remember that you were never created to be your own savior. Surrender is the holy exchange where you stop saying, I must carry this, and begin saying, Father, you are strong enough to hold what is too heavy for me. And when you surrender, you do not become weaker. You become held. You become steadied. You become free enough to breathe again. My child, panic has had enough access to your heart. Those tormenting thoughts have circled long enough. The door they kept pushing open is closing now. I am placing my peace at the entrance of your mind. I am teaching your thoughts to bow. I am interrupting the loop before it pulls you under again. When fear says, what if everything falls apart? You will answer, my Father is holding me. When anxiety says, what if nothing changes? You will answer, God is still working. When panic says, you are alone in this, you will answer, I am not alone. I am covered. I am kept. I am being restored. Do not pick the burden back up just because your hands are used to holding it. Let it stay with me. Let the thought come, and then hand it back. Let the fear rise, and then surrender it again. Let the old memory speak, and then place it beneath my care. Peace is returning as you stop agreeing with panic. Peace is returning as you stop feeding the thoughts that frighten you. Peace is returning as you trust me with what your mind cannot finish. My child, I am closing the door to torment, and I am opening the way back to rest. My child, what felt delayed was not always denial. What felt blocked was not always rejection. What felt like I was holding back, my love was often me, holding back what would have hurt your peace even more. I know you did not understand it when the door closed. I know you cried when the answer did not come, in the time your heart was begging for it. I know the silence felt heavy. I know the waiting felt unfair. I know the plan that fell apart left you standing there with questions in your hands, wondering why I allowed something you wanted so deeply to slip away. I saw your confusion over the prayers that seemed unanswered. I saw you trying to make sense of the relationship that ended before you understood why. I saw you looking back at conversations, decisions, promises, and possibilities, asking, was it me? Did I miss something? Did God forget what I asked him for? I saw the way your heart kept returning to the same closed door, not because you were stubborn, but because you needed meaning. You needed to know that the pain had purpose. You needed to know that what broke your expectations did not mean I had abandoned your life. Listen to me now. Some doors closed because your peace could not survive what was behind them. Some people left because staying connected to them would have kept your heart in a cycle of fear, begging, shrinking, and proving. Some plans were interrupted because the version of you who wanted them was still exhausted, still anxious, still carrying wounds that would have made even a blessing feel like pressure. I was not punishing you. I was protecting you. I was not ignoring your prayers. I was answering deeper than you knew. You were asking me for the thing, but I was also guarding the heart that would have to carry it. My child, not everything good in appearance is safe for your soul. Not every open door is my invitation. Not every delay is my absence. Not every ending is evidence that you were unworthy. There were places you wanted to enter while your nervous heart was still trembling. There were connections you wanted restored while they were still capable of wounding the tender places I was trying to heal. There were outcomes you wanted quickly, but if they had come too soon, anxiety would have followed you into them. You would have carried the blessing with fear instead of peace. You would have received the answer, but still lived afraid it could be taken. So I slowed what you wanted because I was healing the one who would receive it. Do not glorify the pain. I am not asking you to pretend it did not hurt. The loss hurt. The silence was heavy. The waiting was real. The disappointment cut deeper than you admitted. There were nights you tried to trust me while still feeling confused by me. There were days you said, "I know God is good," while your heart whispered, "Then why does this hurt so much?" I did not despise that question. I did not move away from you because you were honest. I held you in the middle of the confusion. I was near when your faith had tears in it. I was working when all you could feel was the ache of what did not happen. And now I am bringing your heart into a new understanding. I am helping you see protection where you once saw rejection. I am helping you recognize mercy in the delay, care in the closed door, love in the interruption, and wisdom in the waiting. When your heart stops fighting my timing, peace begins to return. When you stop calling every delay abandonment, your spirit starts to breathe again. When you realize I was guarding you, not forgetting you, the war inside your mind begins to quiet. My child, I did not delay you to torment you. I delayed what would have damaged the peace I am restoring. I interrupted what would have pulled you deeper into unrest. I allowed some endings because I knew your heart needed room to heal, room to hear me, room to become steady again. And what I am preparing for you now will not require you to abandon your peace to keep it. What comes from me will not ask you to live in constant panic. What I restore will carry my calm with it. So release the accusation against my timing. Lay down the belief that I was against you. I was protecting you then. I am restoring you now, and your peace is beginning to understand what your pain could not see. My child, give me your breath now, and I will give you my calm. Do not hurry through this. Do not treat this moment as something small. This is where the exchange begins. This is where the weight starts leaving your chest. This is where the storm inside you begins to hear my voice above its own noise. Let your shoulders lower. Let your hands open. Unclench what you did not realize you were gripping. Loosen your jaw. Let your body know it does not have to keep standing guard over every fear. Breathe in slowly. Not because breathing fixes everything, but because I am meeting you in the breath. Breathe in as if you are making room for my presence. Breathe out as if the pressure is not your master. Again, my child, breathe in. Let me come into the tight place. Breathe out. Let the heaviness lose its hold. You have been holding more than your hands could carry. You have been bracing for more than this moment required. You have been living as though the next piece of bad news was always waiting at the door. But I am here. I am not late. I am not angry with you. I am not leaving you in this storm. Now lay it down before me. Lay down the phone call you are afraid to receive. Lay down the bill that has been sitting in your mind like a threat. Lay down the diagnosis, the symptom, the report, the unanswered question about your body. Lay down the relationship that has been pulling your heart between hope and hurt. Lay down the decision you are afraid to make because you do not want to choose wrong. Lay down the fear you keep revisiting when the room gets quiet. Lay down the memory that returns at night. Lay down the future you keep trying to control with anxious thoughts. Place it here, in my hands, one burden at a time. Do you feel how your soul begins to soften when you stop wrestling? Do you feel the small space opening inside you where fear had been crowding everything? That is not nothing. That is me. That is my calm beginning to settle. That is your spirit, remembering that it can hear me when the noise grows quiet. Anxiety made you think you had to stay tense in order to stay safe, but tension was not keeping you safe. I was keeping you. Panic made you think you had to rehearse every outcome, but panic was not guiding you. I was guiding you. Fear made you believe that if you stopped worrying, everything would fall apart. But, my child, the world is not held together by your worry. Your life is held in my hands. So breathe again, slowly. Receive again, quietly. Let your heart turn toward me without performing, without explaining, without trying to prove that you are strong enough. I am not asking for a perfect prayer. I am asking for an open place. I am not asking you to have every emotion settled before you come near. I am coming near while your emotions are still trembling. I am not waiting for you to become calm before I love you. I am loving you into calm. This is the holy exchange. You give me the breath that has been shaken by fear, and I breathe peace into the places fear has touched. You give me the tension in your shoulders, and I remind your body that it is not alone. You give me the tightness in your chest, and I make room for trust again. You give me the thoughts that kept running ahead, and I bring your spirit back to this moment, back to my presence, back to the truth that you are held. Now say it quietly inside your heart, even if your voice does not speak it out loud. Father, I receive your peace right now. Say it again, not as a performance, but as surrender. Father, I receive your peace right now. Let those words settle deeper than the fear. Let them become the answer your heart gives when anxiety tries to rise again. My child, I am here. My calm is here. Your breath is returning, your tension is loosening, and peace is beginning to rest where panic used to sit. And my child, the peace I am restoring in you will guard what comes next. I am not only calming you for this minute, I am preparing you for the next decision, the next conversation, the next season, the next door, the next responsibility, the next answer that has been moving toward your life. This calm is not a temporary feeling that disappears when you stand up, when the phone rings, when the message comes, when the situation changes. This peace is becoming a guard around your heart. It is taking its place at the entrance of your thoughts. It is teaching you how to stay anchored when circumstances shift. You will not return to the same level of torment. Hear me. You may still have moments when fear tries to speak, but fear will not sound as powerful as it sounded before. You may still face uncertainty, but uncertainty will not own your breath the way it once did. You may still walk through waiting, but waiting will not be allowed to convince you that I have left you. I am training your heart to recognize the difference between a real concern and a panic-driven lie. I am teaching your spirit how to pause before reacting, how to breathe before assuming, how to pray before spiraling, how to stand still before running back into old patterns that drained you. The fruit of this peace will begin to show in quiet ways. Your thoughts will become clearer. The fog that made everything feel urgent, threatening, and impossible will begin to lift. Your reactions will become softer, not because you no longer care, but because you are no longer being ruled by fear. Your boundaries will become stronger, not harsh, not bitter, not built from revenge, but steady, clean, and rooted in wisdom. Your prayers will become deeper because you will stop coming to me only from panic and start coming to me from trust. Tomorrow will not frighten you the same way because you will remember that I am already there. My child, I am making you whole enough to receive what I am sending. Not perfect. I did not say perfect. I am not waiting for you to become flawless before I bless you. I am not withholding my goodness until you never tremble again. But I love you too much to place something precious into hands that are still shaking from constant fear without first drawing you close and steadying you. Some blessings require a peaceful heart to carry them well. Some open doors require a soul that knows how to rest. Some answers require discernment that panic cannot give. So I am calming you now, because I am preparing you then. Something is changing quietly. You may not see all of it yet, but heaven is arranging details. Conversations are being prepared, timing is being aligned, strength is being restored. Wisdom is rising in you again. The old noise is losing its authority. The old fear is losing its grip. The old version of you that lived braced for disappointment is being comforted, healed, and taught how to trust me in a deeper way. Do not despise the quietness of this preparation. Not everything I do begins loudly. Some of my most powerful work begins as a small stillness inside your chest, a softer thought, a calmer breath, a moment where panic knocks and you do not open the door. So carry this peace with you. Carry it into the decision you have been delaying. Carry it into the conversation you were afraid to face. Carry it into your home, into your work, into your waiting, into the place where you used to assume the worst. Let my peace answer before fear does. Let my peace slow your words. Let my peace steady your hands. Let my peace remind you that you are not walking into the future uncovered. I am not finished restoring you. This is only the beginning. What I have started in this stillness, I will continue in the days ahead. When your mind tries to run, I will anchor it. When your heart tries to fear, I will hold it. When life shifts, I will remain. My child, the peace I restore will guard what comes next, and what comes next will not meet the same frightened version of you. It will meet a heart that has been held, steadied, quieted, and prepared by me. Now declare it, my child. Do not let fear be the only voice that is spoken over your life. Do not let anxiety be the only sound your heart has heard. Speak peace now, even if your voice trembles. Speak faith now, even if your emotions are still catching up. Say it from the place where you are listening to me. God is restoring my peace. Fear is losing its grip. My mind is becoming still. My heart is safe in His hands. Say it again, slowly, not as empty words, but as agreement with heaven. God is restoring my peace. Fear is losing its grip. My mind is becoming still. My heart is safe in His hands. Let that declaration move through your thoughts. Let it enter the place where panic used to sit. Let it stand at the door of your heart and tell every anxious lie that it no longer has permission to rule you. You are not abandoned. You are not uncovered. You are not being swallowed by what you feel. You are being held by the one who never loosened His hand from your life. Now turn that declaration into prayer. Father, I surrender my anxious thoughts to you. Quiet every room inside me where fear has been pacing. Quiet the room of my memories. Quiet the room of my expectations. Quiet the room of my unanswered questions. Quiet the place in me that keeps preparing for pain even when you are offering peace. Guard my sleep tonight. Stand over my mind when I lie down. Let my body rest without bracing. Let my heart stop rehearsing what you have already promised to carry. Heal the hidden wounds I have not known how to explain. Touch the places where fear became a habit. Touch the places where disappointment taught me to expect loss. Touch the places where I smiled in front of others while breaking quietly inside. Restore trust where fear has been ruling. Restore calm where panic has been speaking. Restore faith where exhaustion made me silent. Teach me how to breathe again, how to rest again, how to receive again, how to walk forward without dragging yesterday's terror into tomorrow's mercy. And my child, hear me as this prayer settles over you. Keep breathing. I am with you. I am restoring what worry drained. I am restoring the strength that fear stole. I am restoring the softness that survival tried to bury. I am restoring the peace that anxiety tried to convince you was gone forever. You will not be carried by panic. You will be carried by my peace. You will not be led by dread. You will be led by my presence. You will not have to hold your life together with trembling hands. I am holding you together with faithful love. So let this be your public declaration of faith. If this message found the tired place in your heart, write these words. My peace is being restored. Write them not for attention, but as a marker. Write them as a line in the sand. Write them as your agreement that fear does not get the final word over your mind, your home, your sleep, your future, or your faith. And if there is a specific place where you need peace, leave your prayer request. Let others stand with you. Let someone pray over the room in your life where the noise has been loudest. And share this with someone whose heart has been heavy, someone who has been smiling while carrying more than they can say, someone who needs one quiet minute with me. Like this message if this prayer helped you breathe again. Subscribe for more messages that bring your soul back into my peace. My child, go slowly from this moment. Carry what I have given you. Peace is not leaving when this ends. I am going with you.